Welcome back to Weekly Warfare. We're still in the current events. We just talked about how Activision wants you to go download some more content. They'll be releasing that more often. Excuse me.
More often.
Getting tripped up there.
It's okay, man.
We talked a little bit about the fake Type 95 ban. It's still able to be used in tournaments, especially tonight's. But let's talk about some upcoming tournaments on GameBattles.com. What should our viewers be signing up for right now?
Well, actually, a very cool thing, Chris, is that they're going to be doing a 4v4 Search and Destroy amateur-only tournament. And if anyone knows me, they know I'm a huge fan of all the amateur players out there. So I implore all the amateur players to sign up, get registered, play in this event because it's a good chance to get your name out there. Let me see, registration closes this Sunday at 3 p.m. And like I said, if you're an AM player looking to get your name out there, this is the best possible opportunity for you to do that. Winning GB tournaments really do help you out. They give you a good amount of experience, I would imagine, and while it's not equatable to LAN experience, it's still some pretty good stuff,
There you go. And if there is one team out there who has seen success in your Golden Invitationals or some of the amateur work that you have done out there, which amateur team would you like to sign up? Who will win it?
Oh, man, that's tough. Currently, right now in the Gold Invitational Series, I have my team, my boys, iDefiance. I would actually like to see iDefiance sign up for it and play because I think that's a very, very strong amateur team going into any tournament.
Very cool. Well, guys, if you don't know how to find it on GameBattles.com, just search around, use that search bar, or, of course, you can follow Goldenboy FTW on Twitter. He will be tweeting the direct link after the show.
That's right.
Well, from amateurs to pros, it is now time to talk with one of the biggest faces in the first-person shooter scene, the MLG Pro Circuit commentator, joining us live via Skype, Corey Dunn. What's up, Corey?
How's it going, guys? One of the things that we've noticed throughout the entire season, all season long, from the 2011 Pro Circuit with Black Ops, roster changes were nothing new to the circuit. Over and over and over again, we saw teams changing, even during a roster lock at the end when we went to Providence. There was even a roster change then, just due to some technicalities. But then if you look at it now, of course, with an off season like this, I mean, we've got so many different teams that have been flip-flopped, moved around, and some of the top-tier teams. So let's just go ahead and touch base real fast with Optic Gaming. Of course, they had Big Timer, Merc, Proofy, and JCap there in the finals there in Providence. But they decided to keep to that whole, stay pride and true to that brotherhood that they've got going on. The brothers between Merc and Proofy and how well they play together. Well, Big Timer and Rambo have joined forces again. So now Optic Gaming is going to be Big Timer, Merc, Proofy, and Rambo, which is kind of let you try to figure out, where did JCap go? I mean, he was the free-for-all champion there in Providence, Rhode Island, and there's so many different places he could go, but we'll talk about that here in just a little bit more and a little bit later. But some of the other teams to take note on is Fear. Actually, they mutually agreed with Sharp, and they just finally figured out that they just did not gel well in-game. And so Johns, Saints, and Moho are going to be looking for that fourth. But luckily enough, there are some free agents out there because Optic Nation has also let go one of their players. So Nade Shot, Assassin, and Twiz have finally they let go of Fizzerp. And so we'll see. That's kind of that same situation. They didn't gel well in-game. There's just a whole different mentality going into it. Whether or not he was going to be consistent playing with the team. So Optic Nation is going to be looking for a fourth as well. But still, JCap is out there in the open. He's one of the biggest slayers out there that we look for in the Call of Duty community, and we've kind of wondered where has he gone. And I'd mentioned and talked with him. He sat there and said he played with Envious, played with Ground Zero, he even played with Icons Extravagant whenever Rambo was around. He played with numerous different teams, but finally he has found a home. If you look at Twitter, Scump had posted, so they got rid of Censor. So Censor is actually going to be a free agent now out there on the market. So be on the lookout for him because JCap has joined forces with Scump, Aches, and TP. And so that leaves us with another top-tier team, a team that plays second. You've got Dito and Stain, who have actually picked up Sharp currently, but according to Hastro, he says we don't have a set roster right now, just scrimming with different players and looking for the right fit, and that seems to be the case throughout the entire community. They're all just trying to figure out what fits best, and some of the top-tier players to look out for that are free agents currently. You've got Revan, you've got RJ34, so a couple players from Juked, and a couple players there from Defying History from the 2011 Pro Circuit. And also, a big notable player is Sensor, a top-tier player from the first-place team there in Providence. So that's all I got for you guys. Have fun with the rest of the show here on Weekly Warfare.
All right, thank you very much, Corey, for that update.
He's
now,
the man.
Envious. Dropping, or I guess parting ways with Liar there.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Stride 2011 Pro Choice Awards best player when it comes to Search and Destroy. As we've seen on Weekly Warfare, whole lot of Search and Destroy. Where do you think he's going to end up?
I mean, he could go in a variety of directions. I'm curious to see if Fear would engage Liar, being as how Liar and Saints were team members in that second place Envious squad over in Providence, Rhode Island. So let's see what happens there. Maybe Liar can find his way in that squad. But Sensor being a free agent, I think is pretty big as well because, I mean, Sensor's a good player. I wonder what the situation was there. But you know what? We'll see what happens as the offseason continues to roll on. But it seems like teams are just trying to find that core three and then gel with a fourth. I don't know if it's the best solution, but it seems to be working for a few of them.
And we'll get to, of course, your opinion on all of the team changes going down. Of course, that will be at the end of our show as Hastro, Ego from 360 Icons, and RJ34 will be joining the show to discuss all of the most recent team changes. Guys, coming up next, we have our show matches. It is the semifinal matchup between Ninjas in Pajamas versus No Fear, not Team Fear, the 8th-seeded No Fear. That's coming up next. Right now, it looks like our players are getting ready and getting into the lobby. But before we jump to the games, guys, Ninjas in Pajamas has been on Weekly Warfare before. And if you didn't see that episode, you're lucky. We got awesome editors here, especially my big buddy, Brian Baldomero, who put together this nice piece for you. Welcome to Weekly Warfare, your one-stop source of Modern Warfare 3 mayhem and destruction. This week, Team Envious takes on Ninjas in Pajamas. Check out this highlights package from an exciting night of games.
Liar's going to be outside, and the bomb is going to go down. There's going to be 41 seconds for those of you guys at home that don't know. As soon as the bomb goes down, 45-second timer on the clock. So there's going to be 35 seconds. Top left of your screen, you can see it there. We're on board here with Liar. Gets someone in his face, shoots him. That will be next. Who's going to go down there?
I think we are all out of players. It looks like 5Z is going to be pushing up, trying to kill the diffuser, and he does get the kill. But he will be immediately cleaned up by 4Play, and 4Play is going to get the easy defuse here.
Yeah, now we're actually going to be looking at Liar still, but I'm going to be switching up the screen here following the bomb guy. Oh, man, Stainville's going to get taken out right away.
We got Nex, though, coming here on the flank. Nex is going to clean up the kill, and it looks like we don't have any bombs in position. Next going for a second kill, and he does pick it up for the round win. It is all tied up 1-1. Looking over at Crash, and it looks like Jokic is running around trying to find people. He, of course, will make that call out. And what's going on with the attacking team?
Well, what you have right there was a little bit disorganization. Envy was in a very, very good position. They had the entire crash site locked down. They had some great coverage up top and the back stairs. So obviously, there wasn't going to be much of a push. So that's actually going to be a 3v1 situation, as 5Z is going to be the LMS, as my buddy Corey Dunn likes to say. He needs to make something happen.
All right, so here as we check out the kill cam, nice positioning from Stainville. 5Z does get the first shot, but Stainville rocks 3 to the body. And Stainville will close out the round as we see Envy is going to take our first game in the best of 3.
Chris, you're going to see that they're going to continue their push right to the middle. They know a lot of action is going to be happening in this area. And I guess, you know, Stainville's doing a little risky thing. He's going to be moving out, and he paid for it. Now we're going to see that Toad's going to try and go for a plant. And no one is going to be in a position on Envy to make a stop there. So the bomb is going to go down. Just chilling out. Liar creeping up a little bit.
Well, watch to your right, Toad. I hope you're watching the stream, bro.
Don't stream watch. It's bad for you.
No!
And there goes Liar.
Liar, I bet you feel dumb, buddy. Walking right in front of Toad, who is clueless. He is going to go for that quick plant over here at B.
And the last one left alive will be 5Z, as he's going to be left by himself to defend this bomb. Stainville and Dito, the top players of this game here, are going to be the ones on the prow, I should say. 19 seconds left on the clock. 5Z right there. Oh, man, he found him right by the tunnel. 5Z really should have played a little bit more reserved on that one, but he ended up paying for it.
I think at this point, you're just going to have to strap on the Go Hard pack. You're just going to have to go hard.
Try hard pants.
No try hard pants. That's Hastro's. He's got to keep that. And there it is, the Go Hard.
The Go Hard.
Go hard pack, activate. It's now 2-3, boys. Foreplay and Dito. And it looked like Foreplay did pick up a Semtex skill. Yoki going for a big kill. He is carrying the bomb as well, and he will be cleaned up, so it looks like it's all Toad time.
Toad need to put the go hard pack on.
Go hard pack, activate version 2.
Go version 2. And I'm looking on my screen here. Liar is not in a position to stop this bomb, but that will be it. Stainville's going to close out the game here. 2-4. Envy wins, and they're going to take the series 2-0 over Ninjas in Pajamas.
Thank you to everyone from Nips, Ninjas in Pajamas. And, of course, got to give a big shout-out to Hastro and the rest of his crew from Envious, putting on an incredible show for us. That first round, super close, that first game type.
Yeah.
Second time around, it looked like Envious really knew what they were doing. All right, so we hope you guys enjoyed that nice, quick little breakdown of Ninjas in Pajamas versus Envious. Of course, Envious won that one 2-0, but Ninjas in Pajamas.
Ninjas in Pajamas.
Looking to battle back tonight.
That's right. That's right. Ninjas in Pajamas, actually, a few things interesting about them is they're a pretty accomplished GB team. Or actually, their members, I should say, are pretty accomplished as they have numerous game battles tournament victories. If I counted, I believe it was like over 20 or something like that amongst his members. That's actually not that bad.
Tournament wins.
Yeah, tournament wins. Like I said before, tournament wins. No matter where it is, it's good. You know, it doesn't matter what the situation is, you know?
Now, last time we saw this team, well, first of all, I owe you an apology, Fives. We were calling him 5Z all show long, so we're not quite familiar with all of the players yet, but we're working on the pronunciation of their names. So,
right.
Formal apology. We'll fix it next time. But Fives was playing pretty well for them. But who was your star last time? I think it was in between Toad and Yoki.
Well, I would probably have to go with Toad. But Toad did come up short a few times. They were playing against a very experienced Envy squad, so I don't blame them. But at the same token, though, you have Toad and Fives actually surprised me a lot as well. So I'm actually not sleeping on anyone because this entire Ninjas in Pajamas squad, as funny as that name is, you know, you can hear it and think, oh, it's a joke, but not really. They're here to play. They mean business.
The Nips, man.
The Nips.
The Nips. Well, it looks like our players are having a little trouble getting into the lobby. 16 people trying to get in this lobby.
Wow, it's a lot of
We
people.
got 15 there, man. The last player cannot get in, so we're rebooting the lobby, getting everyone back in there. Xbox Live problems. You guys have been there.
That's right.
But while we're waiting, let's talk a little bit about No Fear. Of course, the players on this team, Shuffle Truffle, Vexum, Vibes, not Vibesy, and DJ will be competing tonight against for No Fear. Now, these guys started way back Modern Warfare 2. They went 64-0 at that time on the team ladder. So they have what it takes to win. Who do you think has the advantage going into this one? It looks like both teams kind of have an even past, except that No Fear has more online tournament victories with 36.
Well, a funny thing about No Fear is that they actually have competed in some of my tournaments that I've cast in the past. I've seen them play. Good squad. They advance pretty far in every tournament that I've seen them compete in. So I do expect No Fear to put up a very good fight. It's a back and forth, really. I mean, Ninjas in Pajamas have a lot to prove. Last time they were on stream, they got 2-0. Now they're looking for redemption. They're going to want a 2-0 themselves. So I think, honestly, it can go either way. But since I'm going to make a pick and make it interesting, I'm going to have to go with No Fear to take the game.
2-1?
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1. Yeah.
We're going all the way to game 3 this time.
Yeah, why not, right?
Absolutely, I like it.
Guys.
And then finally, is everyone good to go, Ron, except for Goldenboy over here? You got to accept that.
I'm joining.
We're ready? Guys, we're going to a commercial break. When we come back, game number 1, Search and Destroy on Arcaden is coming up next.